My name is Nkiri Ume, and today I'll be presenting on Campus Carry, and this is my audience. What is Campus Carry? Campus Carry, also known as Senate Bill 11, is a law that allows individuals who have a gun license to carry concealed handguns at public universities and community colleges. The law allows students who are at least 21 years of age to carry guns on campus facilities. Some school locations are off limits. These include chemical labs and sports arenas. The law includes regulations on handgun storage in dormitories and residential facilities. History. The Senate bill was signed by Governor Greg Abbott on June 1st, 2015. The law was passed on the 50th anniversary of the Clock Tower Massacre. The shooting occurred on August 1st, 1966. Many were injured and killed after a gunman opened fire at the University of Texas in Austin. Texas is one of the 8 states that allow students to carry concealed handguns on college campuses. Why I say campus carry should be abolished. First, it reduces classroom participation, teachers will lose authority, it promotes violence, and it increases gun violence. Reduction of classroom participation. The idea that one of your peers may be carrying a gun may invoke fear in teachers and students. In classes like government and history, where students should be open to share political views, they may now refrain from doing so because of the new law. Controversial topics about political and religious beliefs may be avoided. Loss of authority by teachers. Teachers will be skeptical about including controversial topics in their lessons. Teachers may also feel hesitant to issue out low grades. A survey collected by Inside Higher Ed mentioned that 50% of teachers said that their ability to effectively teach controversial or emotionally charged topics will be negatively impacted. Of all participants, Asians were more likely to be impacted by the law and refrain from teaching controversial topics or omit course material. Promotion of violence. Allowing more guns to be carried on campus will make crimes more likely. Individuals might use guns to solve issues instead of seeking peaceful solutions. Campus carry can make aggression, recklessness, or self-harm more deadly and can eventually impact the safety of staff and students. Normalizing guns can increase the overall usage because it will not be seen as something that is only meant for trained officials. Increase in gun accidents. With students transitioning in and out of classrooms, guns could be easily misplaced, which could lead to a licensed gun getting into the wrong hands. This can be a danger also with licensed residents who may handle the weapons while moving in and out of resident buildings. The gun owner could also mistakenly fire a gun. This is likely because they are not adequately trained to handle guns. What should be done? Searches should be made on campuses that will check for weapons. More campus police should be hired and trained properly to defend staff and students during time of panic. Campus forums should be held promoting peace and discussing the dangers of gun usage. Adequate safety guidelines should be taught and practiced regularly to ensure the safety of students and staff if a shooter was on campus. Students should be advised to carry minor weapons such as tasers and pepper spray when walking at night or alone. Why should you join my side? Campus carry is promoting violence and not peace. It is normalizing gun usage. It will eventually have a detrimental effect on Texas campuses. Does anybody have any questions?
Actually, I do have a couple questions for you based off of your presentation. My first question to you is why do you think that Texas feels that it's okay for their students who are in college to carry around any arms?
I think Texans think it's okay. Well, some Texans think this law is okay because of the amount of massacres and deaths we've had. They feel like it's the only solution. They feel like all other options have been tried and this is the only way to see a solution that will work and will save the most lives.
Have you ever thought of students holding or carrying any form of arms to be a means of self-defense?
I think it can be a means of self-defense, but I feel like the negative impact will be greater than the positive. Thank you.
What can we students do to try to repeal this law?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that petitions should be made, protests should be held. I think people should speak up. The best way to influence or to get something changed is to speak up about it, to talk about it, bring up conversations in your class, talk to your teachers, talk to your professors, talk to the heads of the campuses. Don't keep silent about it. I think that's the biggest way to make an impact on any problem.
I actually have another question for you.
Okay.
What would you say would be the reasons? What do you think the reasons are for your opposing side?
I think it's just the fact that I know that in a class, and I know that if I was in a class and I thought someone had a gun, that I would be fearful. That's my main reason, especially with all the mentally deranged people that we have in the society that could just openly kill or shoot anybody out of anger or out of confusion. I feel like it's just illogical to have anyone on campus holding a gun other than a trained official. Thank you. Well, those were some very awesome questions. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your attention today. Thank you for joining me, and that will be the end of my presentation.